So I had a recent live stream and I got asked comparing Patrick Ewing and Dwight Howard. I never even thought about it because to me it was no contest. It was Patrick Ewing in a blowout. Now I'm gonna say all due to Dwight Howard. He did have more All NBA first teams. He did lead the league in rebounds. He was Defensive Player of the Year 3 times, and he had an All First team. He had more All Teams. But when we go down statistical lines, Patrick got him beaten points, assists, rebounds ain't that far off. And he played in less games. So that should kind of put in perspective Patrick Ewing eyeball test. Now, to me, Patrick Ewing, when I have these conversations, I get into them about who underachieved. Mine is always about cats that didn't win. Because if you won, how am I going to say you underachieved? Could you have gotten more? Of course, people could say Shaq probably could have gotten one more, or Durant could have gotten another one. Okay, I'll give you that. Or Kobe could have got another one. You can make those claims. But I don't say that they underachieve. I ain't gonna never see nothing oddball like that because if you multiple win, you dominated. Just like Isaiah Thomas, you were in rare company. So I ain't gonna never say that. I say maybe you could have got a little bit more, but you are up. They can't have the conversation without you. But then when we get to these guys, Patrick Ewing just he missed shots and it was just the lacking that it. But having a point guard in the system, but he just didn't quite have that. He was playing with David Robinson, he was playing with Elijah one, but he wasn't quite on their tier. But he was near. Dwight Howard could have been a 2.0 David Robinson, and he should have been on the athleticism tip as great as almost anybody. If you want to go there, he's the dude that when I think about the top 10 greatest centers ever, I can't put him there. And I can't put him over Willis Reed. I can't put him over Ewan. I can't put him even if a peak Bill Walton was better. Nate Thurman was better. So he ain't seeing that. There's about 12, 13 he ain't seeing. He's top 20 center and he was great athleticism, but he never got an offensive game. And I have to hold it. One of my criteria is this. I'm a little bit different when I do my basketball talks and debates. People may ask me, so well, how come Steph Curry's in your top 10 and you play no defense? Because see, I look at Steph Curry kind of how I looked at Peyton Manning. His offense was so dominant that he forced you, he fed off of your defense because of his offense. Even though I think Steph was better at overall because he won more than Peyton. But Peyton regular season. But it's a situation where if a guy is so dominant at what he does, he's gonna turn you over. You can do it on the defensive side. Bill Russell showed you that. Floyd Mayweather showed you that in boxing. It can be done. Football teams that win on defense win championships. Lawrence Taylor, who's my kinfolk, he showed you on defense you can do that. Guys who are dominant can do that. So it can be done. The thing with Dwight Howard though was it was kind of goofy and he didn't really follow through. And he never had the right structure and the mindset to follow through. The talent was there. And I'm gonna take him away from him because he's athletic and all that. He just didn't apply himself to the full totality. He should have been David Robinson 2.0, as far as I'm concerned. Now, Patrick Ewing, shortcomings, it never matched what he did in college. And I had some cat talking about, well, he always gave Akeem battles. He didn't do it when it came to NBA time, not money time. Elijah one had a way better career, as far as I'm concerned. Way better. You know. And when I talk about guys that have never won a ring, Ewing's name takes a while before I get to. I would tell you Barkley, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Elgin Baylor before I get to Patrick Ewing. And I know I'm missing somebody else that, because I have to really think about it because it was there, but it wasn't there. It's a strange situation. But this was a good debate asking me about Patrick Ewing versus Dwight Howard. And also, if they switch places, what would have been the results? Well, I don't think it would have been any different. I don't think Dwight would have had to toughen up with playing with Charles Oakley and Anthony Mason. Because I know that Oakley went in on Ewing, so I can imagine what he'd do with Dwight Howard. I don't think he wished that on Dwight Howard. If he was talking trash about Patrick Ewing to this day, you can imagine what he said about Dwight Howard. So I think a lot of the antics got over with Dwight because he was, like I said before, it was there, but it didn't finish. But anyway, let me know out of Dwight Howard and Patrick Ewing, which center would crack your all-time top 10 based on their act, what they've accomplished, and so on and so forth. Let me know. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit. If you like, and hit that membership because when you do requests like this come true. And if you ever catch me on my live stream and these discussions come up and you want to throw a debate or a topic, I will definitely put it there because I had a real live one with these two. And I didn't think it was going to go there. This was done a few months ago, and I decided that it was the time to do it today. So sometimes don't be disappointed if you request something. I take a while because I gotta see where I pivot on it. But anyway, all right, I'm out.